All right, guys, welcome back. And I think we've got a fairly exciting game, at least for Black Forest. A little different. Let's just kind of jump right into it. I'm going to start it over so it comes from the right beginning. So anyway, we've got Black Forest here. I'm playing. What am I playing as? I don't even remember. Mayans. Oh yeah. I think that's the first time I played Mayans in like forever. Anyway, so we've got Slavs as Anton Riot, Saracens Joaquin Simonetti, Franks is X1-ish. And then on the other team, we've got Turks, Franklin. We have Lupu as the Italians. And it looks like Sir as the Celts. And over here we got Lag of None as the Mongols. Now, normally, you've got some pretty tight choke points for Black Forest. And what we have here, I mean, it's a little different. You got a couple tight choke points over here, 1, 2. Then a nice one that kind of goes up the middle here. So there's 3 on that side. Then you come over to the other side where I'm at. And we have a nice choke point here that kind of fans out. You could choke it with one wall there or a couple walls in closer over here. You'd still have to, well, you'd have to get up in here. Sorry, this choke point, and then there's this monstrous choke point that goes all the way across from here. Not a great choke point. So me, as the Mayans, and Lag of None have a pretty huge opening. So, I immediately sent mine over there to try to get his sheep. I fell, and because his scout was there, but why not? I just decided to be a complete pest, and then I chased his scout off. Ultimately, his scout just keeps going, and I go and grab these sheep over here. Yeah, didn't get a sheep, so he had some sheep right here, and I tried to get to him, and he got to him just before I got there. Now I gotta go back and get mine. I was hoping to lame him a little bit. It was an open border. I figured I'd use it, and I thought, what the heck am I going to do? It's a big gap. So, but yeah, I decided I'm going to try to plug it anyway and hope that somebody else takes care of that. Cause, I mean, this is going to take me some time to work over. Meanwhile, I don't know what he's doing. Blue's going to send some guys forward. He's got a villager, his scout going forward. This guy's cornered the path. So they're going to work on this area over here. This could be bad to have that and then them get back in here far. It gives them more map control. Up here, green builds a wall, and purple's throwing down walls against yellow over here. Looks like they're kind of fighting. They still got this one open. But, yeah, he's got that one going. So as far as getting better here, I kind of do the wood, and I was going to get out the wood a little bit. If you go over to Lag of None, he's luring bullers. He's got 4 sheep on the ground, which is bad because now he's got a lot more rot going on with 3 guys working each one of them, and he's already starting to lure boars. Kind of a little early, I think. There's only 2 left rotting on the ground there. He lost a villager in the process. I'm just going to go ahead and try to wall that whole thing in. I'm bringing up a second one, and I'm going to have my scout go over there and just defend that. I don't know where his went. I mean, here he is. I just lost sight of him. Meanwhile, Gray is beating up on Blue's villager. Blue's going to run back. Oh my. And now a little bit of a villager war going on. This is sometimes the most exciting part in the game. So yeah. And now Blue lost that fight clearly. And Gray's going to go back and wall it in. Question is, what is he going to do? Is he going to choose to wall here, or is he going to move forward? I don't know why it's not showing me it. Yeah, I would use that. That's a good space to work out of. I mean, obviously I played this and I know kind of where they're going, but I mean, at this point, that's definitely a strategic position. Like, you got this nice open area, you got some gold, he's now secured it. I'm still working this. Now I made a choice at this point. both of my guys are working from the other side. And I didn't want them both trapped, so I'm like, I'll pull one to this side. Oh, stupid wolves. Huh. I hope this is recording, game sound. I'm not hearing anything. Anyway. So I got the one village on the other side and one on my side. Now my goal here is I'm going to leave one over there, and I'm just going to kind of keep her over there. I've decided to be kind of obnoxious. Now I'm going to send my scout off. I wanted to go find stuff. Meanwhile, she's kind of standing around, not working. Epic fell lady. Anyway, there she goes. I've got 4 on the wood, and I've got guys going food. I've got my houses up, give me 25. Okay, purple's got his area walled. Green is the only one who walls this, and this is left wide open the whole game. So, it's a strategic mistake right here, definitely. Somehow, yellow's already in. What the? Like, this is... So yellow got in here with a few villagers. Damn, So here I was doing basically the same thing. I almost lose my damn villager, though. The whole thing almost goes to crap because I only sent one. And the area I sent him just happened to be one of them stinking wolves. But she survives it. I think I got the loom out before that, which I think saved her life. Yeah, I think I did. So I'm gonna build barracks back in here, and yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm gonna get in here. I'm gonna harass somebody, and it's gonna make this big difference in the game. Unfortunately, yellow did the same thing. Except for yellow kept it productive. I didn't even try to keep this productive over here. It was one villager. I could have put a gate in here, I guess. I don't know. I could have done all things. Blue, surprisingly to me, blue doesn't even try. He gets this little wall there, and he doesn't even try to wall this in. He doesn't even work on the big gap until now. So now he's going to finally get in there and try to do something about that big gap. So you're looking at 22. Now let's look at him. He's got 25. He's a little up on the villagers right now. So he's doing a little bit better. And part of that's because I'm just chunking wood here. I also forgot to clip. I got pretty involved with some of the things I was doing and lost sight of other things and had some idle time going on there. So I built my barracks, and now I'm gonna start chunking some militia out of them, and I'm gonna build a wall, hopefully to keep them out of it. In retrospect, it's better not to send your troops straight into your attacks, but to send them out and then up. But, retrospective, that way they don't, because they're going to track, oh, he's coming from that way, and then they come over and they find right where you're at. Ultimately, you can tell where something's coming just because, look at where it's arriving from, especially in areas like that, you're going to see it. So, we got lots of walls over here. Purple's got some stuff going on. It's got it nice and walled. It's looking good on the green wall area, wide open, and yellow slipped in. He's building barracks. I'm building a barracks. He's the Turks. It'd probably be good for him to try to go for some light cavalry and just start raiding the crap out of this is what I'd probably do if I was him. Or, God, maybe even just wait till late Imperial, maybe wall yourself in. Maybe he wouldn't even notice you here. He could show up with guns behind him. He could really wreak havoc. I think that's more risky. So now I'm attacking with these militia. I'm basically just going to try to deprive him of these berries over here. He's going to garrison up. So right now they're out of action. I'm at 30. I'm finally going feudal. I think he's already there. Yeah, he's already there. He's at 25 though. I'm a little bit ahead on the villagers. That's why he's ahead. Got there before me. So right now he's just got a lot of idle time going on, right? That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not necessarily... I saw a house detected. Purple knows right where yellow's at. There, yeah, he's scouting it right now. Good job. Of course, obviously I'm I'm raiding blue. Ba 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 boom. I should probably be more descriptive. I'm in blue. I'm on their side of the fence. Need help here. Can't help there. Sorry. I couldn't really. I'd have to come back to the fence at this point. Not necessarily. Or build over there and, you know. So it looks like he's going to go full on wood and then start doing farms. I've chased him off of his berries. You know, not bad. Send scout. My scout's already dead, son. It's great if he can get rid of the villager because then he can't build anymore. Oh, so close. Teal's sending his scout. I mean, Gray could too, but I mean, I don't have one. I'm not sure really what Gray does in this game. You watch him and it's hard to see. I think they kind of get a little upset. So now I moved off of this because I kind of realized he's not coming over anymore. So I went around and I started picking on his wood line now. So now I'm pulling him off the wood. Yeah, just doing the usual. Just 2 militia. Oh my God! His villagers decided to fight back. I probably could have ran away and occupied the crap out of his villagers there. But it would have been better. As it turns out, now I make a mistake. While that was happening, and I put a gather point out here, and I just sent these guys in. I send is Dai Jaja. Good. Wait, well, good what? I was thinking that he died, not he died. I died. Whatever. I'm confused. That's a little bit confusing. So he's putting some pikemen back here. And he's got a nice clean shot there at those. Meanwhile, on this side, the behind the line on their side, and yeah, even though these guys aren't really doing a lot of damage, these little puke villagers, he's pulling at least 4 or 5 of them off of resources. I mean, that's not bad. I'm not real happy with the, I mean, at least he's got 5 villagers that aren't doing anything, but I'm spending a little bit of resources to do it. I don't know that it's a good exchange. If only he'd have gotten this villager. Okay, so attack there. Balance your resources too. So he's telling him, go get him. And he should. Purple should probably be barracksing. I don't even see he has a military unit up. Like, that should be his priority. Maybe get something up. Maybe put a tower in. I don't know. He's not working it. I'm going to build some archery ranges. I mean, the only reason I'm sending a lot of this right now is I'm just trying to harass. So I let him get back to his berries. He's at 36. No, I'm at 36. Where's he at? He's at 35. I'm 1 up on villagers. Not giving me a great bone. Not giving me a great edge. Again, here's a whole bunch of his villagers now off of resources. Chased him away from the stone, which is good. There he goes. Now he's losing a villager. Man-at-Arms is, you know, a little mass of them could probably take these guys on. So I'm going to cut those out. Done with them, for the most part. So he's at I'm at 35, and that took Lack of None's really at 36. He's 1 up on me. His resources, he's alright. I think he's probably actually still doing a little better than me, considering all the harassment. That being considered, you know, I mean, I did use a lot of wood here, so I'm spending my wood that otherwise could be getting me into better farms and things like that. So, I mean, this forward thing's kind of hurting my economy. It's hurting his, but it's hurting me as well, especially since I'm not getting a clear edge. I'm going to go into some archers now. He's building up a tower for defense to protect that area. Not a bad spot for it. I would presume he's probably going on the wine right now. He should be anyway, telling his team what's going on. Let's see, he's putting out the light cavalry, just like I said. That's what I would have done, being Turks. Why did those guys just go for such a long walk? Was there an attack? Yeah, must have been. There's some bodies. So I'm building a tower too, and this is mostly because I figured I could take that gold and keep it clean. I mean, I don't see that yet. I thought he might be coming for the gold over here, and that was kind of, yeah, keep him off the gold. At least I keep him off one tower. And now I start doing the spiral. I try to do a spiral trick where you come out and walk parallel to this. It can't hit your guys very well. Now they're not going parallel, but they're out of range. This guy's kind of, see how it's not hitting him because he's walking parallel. He's walking parallel to it, so they can't hit him. Unfortunately, he stops where he stops. Yeah. But those three archers get in here and, hey, look what they're doing. Work them. Meanwhile, I'm cranking a bunch more. Got him off that wood again. Don't go into the castle. Where are you going? Did I pull him off? God, please tell me to pull him off. Should probably not have these things on aggressive, but because they chase everything, and I don't like that. But it is what it is. I think I put them on defense, and they're still chasing. So he's just going to attack me with his villagers, which is fine. I mean, it still pulls one of his villagers basically out of action, right? Not hitting very hard. Where are they at? 4+1, 4+1 in range. I should have just taken them clear the hell over here. I mean, if he continues to chase me with 4 villagers, it's 4 villagers out of action. Anyway, he's chasing that 4. Another group's going to come here. And chase him off that gold again. Then work over and try to work him off some of the food. Don't chase him all the way in there. Gosh dang it. Purple's under a lot of stress. He's not going to move forward. Purple's really struggling in this. Look at this. Yauk. Well, there's Gray. That's Gray, right? Anton, right? Yeah, that's him. So he's in here. Just Gray's so hard to see. Teal says he'll go up. So he's got idle villagers now. He's got problems. So they brought their scouts over to help. Okay, Teal says give him 5 minutes. I don't think he's got 5 minutes over there, guy. So all 3 of them are engaged in there against yellow. And probably green, too. I mean, if green ain't in, he will be, because he can bull a fence anytime he wants to just go. So they've got a strategic nightmare on their side. And this is the only good point in the whole game for us. Orange is getting in here, and they're bringing stuff over. Orange is going to build a castle. There you go, castle. That's going to deny me a lot of movement in this area. Not that I need to go there much. Anyway, this is almost a boon. He moves up these guys. I'm just going to sit here and pick off his villagers as fast as I can, as many of them as I can while I'm doing this. I'm not going to stop the castle. Like, that's just obvious. I probably could if I just focus fired them and chased them off one by one, but... That's fine. He lost a couple. He's now... So I got myself to 50, and he's only in 39. So I mean, see, now I've got a little bit of a villager edge. I'm heading to castle. So technology, he's ahead in age, but I got one villager, and I mean, he's got two town centers. How's his food doing? I mean, that would tell you a lot about it. Yeah, not a real struggle. This guy could go. Well, so in a lot of ways, I'm behind. And see, like I said, this is an annoying strategy. But say, had the rest of my team not been so in trouble over here on the left, and Gray had been able to come over and maybe assist me, this could have been really effective. I would have been able to then fall back and get my crap together, but as it turned out, There's literally no opportunity for me to get my crap together here. I just have to keep applying pressure and hope that I can chase him off. Orange is now starting to come in. He's got some wood raiders coming over on the side. And, I don't know. Wood raiders. They don't seem to do too good against archers, do they? I mean, considering how much they cost. So I'm going to kind of, I think, fall back. Moving through here is dead. Dead. He's been pretty good at resisting it. He's not any longer operating in this. In fact, my forward base at this point, if I were to say, I could make a really good choice, would be now to fall back through this wall. And I think this is the point where I start looking at these options, because I know I'm in trouble. How do I get back to the wall? And I realize blue has freaking stone wall behind me. I can't just take the production I have up here and send it back. I've already queued it up. So do I unqueue it and then build back, or do I, and I made the decision to continue to build here, and I think that was a tragic mistake on my part. I probably could have just let this stuff go. Or not build anything else and just let these heroes defense. I start with the idea of I mean, I continue to fight for it. I mean, I feel like I might be able to do something. It's just not there. I don't have the stone for gold. The more I'm fighting this fight, the more I'm behind I'm getting. So yeah, it would have been probably in my best efforts to stonewall this and then fall back. But there's all this pressure over here. Now green's coming in and teal is trying to help. Green's coming down, and he's just coming straight down the gap there that they didn't wall in. It's hard to say whose vault that was. It was definitely either purples or teals, but ideally I'd say it's purple because it's so up front and teal's a pocket player, and usually it's the front player who has to wall things in. To me, gray getting up here and wall that in was like, yay, that's just an awesome bonus. You're a good player, and it's helpful. It doesn't mean it's not something I expect them to do. Now he's definitely coming with heavier stuff, and at this point I should have just absolutely stopped his production here and started some buildings down here, I think. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make the mistake. I mean, was this successful in any way yet at this point? He's at the same level villagers mean. He's going to start getting a slight edge now because I can't move on. I can't build another town center very easy. I'm barely getting into that new town centers and things. He's going to start taking the edge I was getting, and what was working is going to slowly fade between me and blue at this point. And ultimately, it's a lot less effective than I would have liked it. Now my towers are down. I'm still going to continue going after some of his villagers. Why not? The woads. Gonna run away. Trying to bait me back into those archers. Not a bad maneuver. I don't like guys who use monks as part of their thing. I think the healing power is just way not worth it, considering the gold those things cost. Especially since it limits him. See how he's playing? He has to play there. Now he's not a pursuer. He's quite limited. I'm just sending these guys over to the wood. I don't know that I necessarily recall how well this did. He's on the retreat, but there's a lot of dudes here. And meanwhile, I'm going to go after the gold simultaneously. So I'm hitting him at 2 points there. I'm going after his gold and after his wood. He's managed to get most of the wood out. Orange is coming to his aid here, and that fight didn't go superbly, but I got a lot of his villagers over here on the wood, or on the gold, I mean. So right there, yeah. It's pretty effective. And also these guys are idle. I mean, this guy might have just overwhelmed me completely had I not pushed him like this. He might have been the economy of, holy cow, he's way ahead of me. I don't know, just from the looks of it. He's recovering quite well, considering. He's constantly using the kind of the noob monk tactic I like to call. Like I said, I'm not a real fond person of monks in any way. So now he's going after this gold, which gives me an opportunity to fire on more of his villagers. So this isn't bad. I probably should have cut at some point between here and where I said it earlier. I should have pulled out. I should have just stopped building here and just started building over here. And I think I could have continued to fight a little longer. I put up more of a fight because from this point on, and you can see it happening. I'm not going to be able to stop these with archers. I know it's going to happen. These guys are getting more and more powerful. But right now I got some targets of opportunity I can hit. If I had a freaking gap in this, I could run away. I don't have a way out. So these units are just sacrificed. And I mean, by this point, I can't remember where I really noticed it. By this point, I definitely had noticed this wall, you know. I had definitely become strategically aware of the situation that these guys were stuck. And that's, instead of a withdraw, it colored me into kind of wanting to try to figure out a push. Hence the reason I built the siege thing. I thought I could get a couple of mangonels out, upgrade them to onagers, and start damaging some of these buildings for real. And, also that a couple onager shots could just take something like this and, you know, put him into the frickin' morgue. But as it stood, my situation is getting much worse. I mean, there's a couple hits. I think I hit one guy. I got on another guy. Can't tell if it was mine or his. The orange and red gets confusing when they're close, because the orange wood raiders got red stripes from some angles. Meanwhile, so this is another situation too, where Teal's coming up and he's fighting from here. Purple's trying to fight from here. Often, I know this what happens in a game like this is it's hard to tell, and people like Purple think that I'm fighting the world all alone. It's everybody against me. When in reality, he's coming here. It's just that Purple can't really see that kind of maneuver. Oh, he's got something inside there. Chakong! It's pikemen! Take that, horseman. And there's me. I'm telling you. Uh-oh. I've lost. Again, this should have been the immediate cue. My army collapsed. And it's pretty much over. I mean, this game, nothing's ever going to change. I mean, that was it. Once they push back here, my recovery is almost non-existent. I shouldn't say that. It comes. I got all this. I probably should have built some lumber camps up in here. Obviously I did, and then I forgot about them. Sometimes it's really hard to draw an offensive like this and still work your economy, and to work it really well. And that's kind of the weakness I ran into. You can see, you know, just from looking at it, you can see the lumber camp problem, and that's a definite issue. There's some berries over here I could have gotten, but I wasn't working my economy in that sense. Didn't have time to look back here as much as I was looking forward. I'm also short on stone. I can't even build a castle. I don't have the food, and I'm in trouble. At this point, I start building farms. It's like too little, too late. He's gonna come through. And he's just gonna clean up my buildings, and he does it fairly rapidly because, well, it wasn't that hard. So I start building up over here. I actually think I should have built in the rear and retreated at this point. I didn't see this as happening as quick as it did, though. It really goes from bad to bad to bad to bad. He blows the wall. Treb's mine, and it's just a palisade, so guess what? It probably one-shots it. Oh man, it did. Look right there. Dude, it wasn't where it mattered. Kaboom, and they're through. I didn't realize. I mean, I've never really paid attention to palisades once they reach this level. I could have stonewalled it. Like I said, yeah, it could have. Yeah. And I'm in trouble, so let's set up some bling-blings and flares, and hey look, bing, 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 here I am. They're through. I told them I was in trouble, and I wasn't going to hold it. Now it's pierced. Now this happens quick. This army marches straight through to this area, and ultimately, it happened so quick. I really And they're still really upset about this being open. Purple is wall this effing place. Well, it's too late to wall that place. It really is at this point. They're in. It doesn't matter what you do. And I don't. Neither one of you can move through that area, so I don't know what the heck you're expecting me to do at that point. Purple struggling. Looks like he did finally hurt the stuff off his back, but he's got that attack down his front, and it's starting to collapse. And you know, I'm utterly just breached. Gray's gonna send guys in, but it's too little. I grab all these dudes and just try to walk them out of here. See, I don't know what they're doing. They're like going full retard. They're getting tangled up in his guys. I'm trying to retreat, and he's trying to come in, and they're already in there. There's some stalling going on. Is that one of mine? Okay, I think literally only like 3 guys get out of here, and I tell a bunch to go. But he gets on them. Yeah, I pulled that whole thing off. He killed him. Man, such a mean guy. And sent them back to just build a new base. But yeah, they don't get out. Oh, man. That guy didn't get out. I don't know where they are. I know. And then he's complaining, calling Joaquin a noob. Honestly, whatever. Joaquin's doing fairly good. He's fighting the fight here. It's not the best. You've got green and yellow coming there into that area. I don't know that. I mean, where's Gray? Joaquin's a noob. So Gray's coming over to help, but it's kind of too little, too late. He's getting really upset that he's not using his treb, and it's like, are you serious? Yeah, I hate it when these guys get really upset like that, because it's like, shut up, dude. You don't even know what's going on over there. You just see something not working right now, so it must be just sitting there. It's like, oh, I saw this sitting here. You must not be using it at all. He did. I don't know why he's got it there. He should actually pack it and move it up, but at that point, the guy's calling him names, and he's probably like, oh, screw you. When somebody starts doing this crap in the comments with me, it's like, I just stop playing with them. I'm not gonna, I was trying to defend you and help you. Now I don't want to. And they got a hill. Looks like they got a range advantage. It's taken that long for my couple of straggling villagers that managed to escape. Apparently 3 of my villagers got out of there. One that's going to build these, one that's going to build that, and one that's going to build that. And them occupying this area has them killing every villager I'm trying to escape with. I can't get out. He has this point. That's the only way out. So, yeah, it's bad. It's bad shape. Here comes Teal. Like I said, right now, and Teal's probably pulling his army off from over here because he's just like probably screw purple. But oh look, the castle's down. He still got Asia. I don't know what he's doing. I'm not really sure. Yeah, at this point, I should have retreated sooner. I should have fallen back sooner, and this wouldn't have been such a bad thing. I kept pushing well beyond the point where I realized I was in trouble, and I just decided that retreat was kind of a bad option with the wall there, and so I just continued to push forward and thought that that would be a better option. It clearly wasn't. That was a mistake. And even though this failed, I really think I did quite well with my forward attack. It definitely slowed him down. It definitely stalled him. It definitely knocked him off his. It definitely threw off his game plan. Whatever his game plan was, he was off of it. You know. Orange came in and made a huge play to save him, and the 2 of them pushed me back. I think mostly Orange pushed me back, but Blue held while Orange pushed back, and Blue survived it. I never really built for a killing blow. My biggest killing blow was probably going to be when those mangonels come in, and if I'd have gotten those in, they could have made a huge difference. He's still really upset about this open gate that's, like, at this point, a moot point. Like, it really, what do you want him to do? There's a freaking base here you guys need to take care of before you worry about closing that stupid gate off. I mean, you could close it simultaneously, but it wouldn't do any good. Green would just probably come and pummel him while he does it. So I don't know, whatever. It's one of those strategic points where somebody's in a bad situation and they're blaming the other guy for not doing this when they both need to be working this down. It's just people don't like to internalize their blame. We tend to, you know, it's them. It's not me. Got a couple archery ranges up, a couple skirmishers. I mean, I don't have much. I was able to muster that with my last little bit. A few of my villagers that escaped. And I'm trying to kind of just hope that my team can keep their shit together long enough for me to get in and build a new base. It didn't look too bad when you looked over here until you start seeing this. Nice purple. He's such a... God, he's a whiner. Trying to destroy 2 towers for 30 minutes. I don't know. I think Teal's just kind of ignoring it. And I'm kind of hearing all that, and I'm kind of like, well, I don't think he's fighting over there, so I start to send my force back. Oh, crap, here come the Mangadai. Okay, so now our gate, what's left of us is falling apart because purple's bitterness, I think. Why you didn't hold this wall pink? There you go. I didn't realize Gray said that, but yeah, Gray. Why? Yeah, why? Why didn't you, Pink? Pink's over there complaining that nobody's walling this. Well, why didn't you do it, Pink? You should have walled it in the first place. Anyway. Oh, Gray's calling him a noob now. It's great. I mean, yeah, I didn't notice Gray's military moving around in here before because freaking Gray just disappears a lot, but he's in there. Force there, force there. I'm over here doing my best to kind of try to defend Till. I'm pop capped at 20 with no freaking, barely any wood, barely any food. I mean, at this point, I'm 20 minutes out before I'd ever come back into the game at best. I'm still in castle as well. And as far as getting the Imperial, I don't think that was ever on the table in this game with the situation on. I have enough to build a castle. Unfortunately, I'd gotten it as they were plowing through me, and it was like, now what do I do? I should have maybe gifted it to somebody. I don't know. I was holding on to it because I wanted to get that castle up. Once I did, I couldn't. I don't know because I didn't get one up until I got over here. Yeah, what could you have done better is always the thing. And like I said, calling the retreat and getting out of here would have been probably the best thing I could do. He doesn't even need this gate. This is irrelevant. He's not even playing D at this point. Some people are so over the top on that. And so that's wasted effort, in my opinion. I mean, you guys are way up here, and he's worried about blocking that. Anyway, would have been better off putting some of that stone over here, maybe building a gate wall. Teal's... Everybody's going to be... suffering now. I don't think I have anything left on the board to play with. I'm at 24 pop. I have a couple skirmishes that aren't really like 4. What are they going to do? Can't build anything. And like I said, what can they do the second they respawn? They're dead. Gray's not really looking like he's going to engage a boil. So then people start quitting, walking. So the teal player, he just called the game right here. And this is bad, but he was still highly active. Purple's out. Purple really was up against the wall for quite a while, but I mean, blaming everybody like he was doing was like, seriously. I think they came through that gap, and I mean, I'd have to watch it again, but I think that's where yellow came in now. Maybe yellow just came through before, but they never really secured themselves on that side. This side I secured, and I did an offensive behind it, but I couldn't maintain it because I had to fight it against orange. Came to the rescue of blue, and you know, they got these walls in behind, which kind of cut me off. Now a good offensive over here probably would have pulled that off, and I would have been okay. But because we were losing so badly on the other side, my attack goes to nothing. In the end, let's pull out and kind of take a look. I mean, I lost 225. Now, most of that happens in my retreat. I looked at the stats right as I collapsed, and they're closer to about 100. Also, towards the end, as things start to go badly, you tend to lose a lot. Because then you're fighting on the barracks, and things coming out get killed. And a lot of these are villagers, I'm sure. So society stats, I never got my society, my villagers up much, never got a castle down. You can kind of see I just sort of straggled and hung in there the whole time. Orange ultimately dominated. Blue struggled to get anything up, even at the end too. He's not really that big. But he did put up a good fight. So lack of none, not bad. I mean, there's not a whole lot I can say about the stats. I could have done more in different ways, but most of you had to do a strategy. Anyway, there's a lot of ways you can, as far as improvement, I think right now I have just opened up my aggressive side, and I'm going to try to continue to do it, and I need to stay positive about it, and that's the hard part. I moved over to their side, and I went after them, and that's really important. In order to win, you've got to put the attack on, and you've got to put the pressure on the enemy, and even though that one failed, it was very successful. So, I mean, you got to keep that in mind, and it's really important that you analyze your videos if you want to get better. A big part of it is just sitting there and looking at what you did, and how could you make it better, and think about it, and don't blame everybody else because, you know, they screwed up or whatever. You should adapt. And, you know, sometimes you're just in a bad team. Sometimes you have everybody quit on you and things like that, but not always, you know. And what could you have done differently? Always, what could you have done? Don't think about what everybody else could do. How could you have made it better? Because that's really how you're going to make yourself a better player. Anyway, thank you, and have a good day.